So we were working on trying to find our sharing options for our application, and I wasn't seeing those options available to us. So I did some Google searching, and I searched for changes group missing from review tab in Excel, and I found all sorts of things. And so I went to this article here at Spiceworks, and it says that Microsoft has indeed removed this group, and we can find those tools in our commands when we customize our ribbon backstage view. But as they mention, that's something that'll only be available for a short amount of time. But anyways, we can take a look at that real quick. Go to our backstage options and customizing our ribbon. And what we want to do is look at, I guess, all of the commands not on the ribbon. And I'm here. And here it is, Share Workbook Legacy. I want to add that to my review section. So create a new group and then take this Share Workbook and add it to that new group. Now there were some other options available in that group also, like effect sharing, add that, and then the other one was track change. Now all of these things are considered legacy now, meaning old, because there are new sharing options available with Office 365 and all of the built-in functionality we have with OneDrive. So those would be the recommended choices. But these kind of legacy options are what is being explained in text for now, because those are things that are in use out in the field. So if we look at our review ribbon now, we should have our new group, and we could choose Share Workbook. And I could check to use the old shared work feature instead of the new co-author experience. And of course, the co-author is what we will be working towards. My advanced tab, everything is pretty much grayed out unless I choose to use that old workbook feature. Now in our tracking of changes, we can track changes while editing and sharing our book, and then that way see who had made the changes. Now I'm going to cancel on it, but I want you to be sure to look through that information in your ebook because it's important to see what kind of options you have available for sharing. Now the next thing that we want to do is do a comparison of a couple of spreadsheets or workbooks. And we want to compare these so that we can merge them together. We have a workbook that's been copied to 2 members of the staff for review, and Serenity and Noah both modified the separate workbooks, so we want to merge them together. Find a new data file. We want GPC events. Save this to my folder I'd already created for module. And then I will GPC events, Serenity. GPC events, no. 3 of those downloaded, and then that's our base file and 2 files that we merge into. So now I'm going to close GPC sales analysis, looking at our new ones. So first we need to open our GPC events. And then we also want to open the file GPC events NOAA. Okay, sorry, when you open the GPC events NOAA. Now I want to be able to see both of these, so I'm going to go to my View tab, and on my View tab, under my window group here, I have some options for how to arrange things, and I'll click View Side by, and it won't. Click the workbooks restore down. Is that? Such a simple thing. Okay, let me do it there. So View Side by Side. Now, as we're doing our View Side by Side, we have some cool options. We can do synchronous scrolling, so that as we're scrolling, we keep everything sync. Now I'm going to click the View Side by Side button again to turn it off. And I'm going to close out of No Sheet so that we're just looking at our GPC events. So let's look at how we would merge those. So we saw we could look at them side by side. We could do a lot of things manually, but it would be more effective if we could merge them automatically. So let's do that. Let's save this workbook with a new name. It will be GPC Events Merged. Now we want to add a command up here. So let's customize our access toolbar. We want to more. We want to look at all commands, choose from, and we want to find compare, merge, here it is, compare and merge workbook. And add that. Now mine has already been canceled. They say merge changes cannot be undone. Make sure to save a copy of the files before you do your merge. That's before we started, or did the save add? Okay. Now we want to use this button. So let's click on it. Now if it's not activated for you, you might have to restart Excel because I have been opened it since. The first thing that we want to choose then is No. Now, besides Noah, I want Serenity. So I need to hold down my Shift key and choose Serenity. Once I've got both files selected, we've only got the one. We're supposed to end up with 2,700 or 2,900 here, 3,675. So we've got some problems from that error message. It says it has to do with sharing. So we might have to fiddle with turning that sharing on and off. The old style sharing being kind of a pain. We'll work on session available to you. All right, the last few topics in our chapter, digital signatures. If you need to sign something, You can use the digital signature tool. You'll find it on the Insert tab. You can the workbook. Now you can also show comments, insert comments, show comments, edit comments, so that you can use the worksheet to pass information back and forth among your team. It's very easy to do. Look through all. And then tracking changes. Again, we saw that this is an older tool, as we work towards Office 365, these types of auditing data available to us via Office. And take a look at those. In times of transition like this, it makes it hard for quizzes. Your quizzes will be working on the old style. Now, it's important to be able to review these tracked changes. Again, you can see how that works. And now we can also modify themes and set a background watermark. Watermark is something that displays on the background, gives us, like in this case, we could put the word draft behind our text so that if somebody printed this, they would know that it was a draft copy and not finalized. So that's very easy to do. You'll just go to format, background, and change however you set. So do try it. They also talk a little bit about adding a legend to a chart. So when we make a chart, it's very simple to add a legend area in, which can really improve the readability chart, more to it for the user. Now, another topic that they have are spark lines. Saving custom views, and you've seen so much. Now, one thing that might be interesting to you is internationalization features. We know that we work with currency settings and accounting number formats, and we have things set a certain way, but it's important to be aware of internationalization, especially the company we work with has internationalizations. So we want to make sure that we have these settings set properly for international applications. And as long as we're using the formatting available in Excel, we should be able to switch back and forth easily. Now you can also mark a workbook as being final, and then you could share that with people who don't use Excel. Like you could save the workbook as an earlier version of Excel to read that format. Information rights management allows you to restrict access to your workbooks. You can restrict who can view, modify. So this is a pretty high level of security. You might want to select a document for personal information. Extraneous information hiding. So lots of last minute pieces to add to Excel, but that's it. You've got Excel under your pocket, and it's been really complicated topics. So you've really, really advanced features. Thanks.